Hello ladies and gentlemen, Aditi Ghosh once again on InnerWorldRevealed. Today's log once again is a topic requested by one of you, and I feel it was a very interesting query. I also feel it is a very important aspect in Pythagorean numerology which cannot be overlooked. We have been repeatedly talking about the 9 base values, that is the numbers from 1 to 9 and their importance in numerology. And now the question is, what about the 0? In the number line, 0 too is a number, and obviously it plays an important role in mathematics. But does it have any importance in Pythagorean numerology? And if at all, what does 0 really stand for? To begin with, 0 means nothing. Really, nothing. You cannot use it to count anything, and it symbolizes something which isn't there. But when you add this something which isn't there to something which is there, say if you have a 1 and you add 0 to it, the power of the 1 becomes amplified 10 times. Added to 2, the power of 2 increases. So what we can say is basically the 0 is a hidden power, something which superficially may seem to be absent, but once tapped can produce boundless energy and amplify the effect of the number that it follows. You cannot have a 0 as any of your core numbers like birthday, life path, name, soul or personality. You cannot have zeros out there, but you can have a 0 in the double digit codes, for example 10, 20, 30, 40, etc. Other ways in which you may encounter a 0 in your blueprint is if you have it as a challenge number or if you have it as a bridge number. Both the topics, the challenge numbers and the bridge numbers, are covered in details in other logs of mine, and you can find the link to them in the description box below. Challenge numbers and bridge numbers are the only two places where subtraction is used instead of addition, and 0 out there has a very special meaning and a role to play. 0 is indicative of 4 hidden gifts: the gift of strength, the gift of sensitivity, the gift of expressiveness, and the gift of intuition. Once again, 0 usually amplifies the qualities of the number that it follows. So when it follows the 1, undoubtedly it would add the gift of strength to the person's character. When it follows the 2, it would add the gift of sensitivity. When it follows the 3, it would add the gift of expression, and so on. So basically, when 0 comes in a double digit delineation, you have to look at the quality of the number that 0 follows. Similarly, while calculating the challenge and the bridge numbers, you have to see which two numbers you are subtracting. 0 does not have prominent qualities of its own. It just brings out the best and also the worst in the numbers, in all the numbers that it follows. Any gift is like a special power or some special energy given to you by the universe. Energy is neither positive nor negative. It is only raw energy by itself, and it obviously takes time and maturity to handle it correctly. Whether you are able to make correct use of your powers depends on how much maturity and awareness you have within yourself. Now let us see how the 4 gifts of 0 can manifest and have an influence in a person's life. Let us begin with the gift of strength. It usually comes to play when 0 follows a number which is indicative of strength. Say suppose 1, to some extent 4, or say 8. I'd say more prominently 1 and 8. The gift of strength means unusual capacity to put effort. So much effort that others may think it's humanly not possible, but it is possible by this person. It can mean tremendous conviction and integrity, tremendous capacity to bring out the best in others. And when the same capacity plays a negative role, it can become stubbornness, aggressiveness, and rigidity. Now say you're deriving a challenge 0 for someone by subtracting 1s somewhere in his core numbers. It would usually mean that the attitude of this person of solving everything through physical effort, through conviction and strength, can sometimes play against that person. 0 challenge is basically no clear challenge at all. The challenge is created to some extent due to the unusual potential of this person. It is a challenge of choice and of discretion. The gift of sensitivity is usually seen when the 0 follows a 2, and it is indicative of the tremendous ability of sensing the emotional environment of a place or a person almost immediately. It is the tremendous ability to quickly understand people, to connect, and to be able to empathize with them. The negative side is becoming so involved with others' problems that you become a part of the problem yourself. The gift of expressiveness is a person's ability to touch hearts with words. Words are his weapons. The person would be able to uplift and inspire people in an unusual way. However, when the same gift will play a negative role, the person would be able to tear people apart with his words. The gift of intuition gives a person some unusual intuitive abilities. It enables a person to know things before he actually knows them. However, it is also true that for some reason we expect more from intuition than we do from logic. Logic has discipline and method attached to it, yet it sometimes fails. If the premises of logic are false, conclusions drawn can also be false. So, expecting intuitive understanding to be 100% correct all the time without training or bringing discipline to your intuition can be very, very risky. I did not mean to say that intuition doesn't work. Many psychologists say that intuition possibly is genetic memory or probably the ability to read micro expressions efficiently which others might be missing out on. So if you're born with this God power 0 and you have all these inner gifts, I'd say that each quality might not be present in equal measures in all people who have a 0. It depends on the number which the 0 follows. So either of these gifts are going to predominate in your case. And it depends on your awareness whether you're able to enjoy them, share them, make correct use of them, or you end up misusing them or totally ignoring them. Numerology is a tool through which you can look inside, awake, and increase your awareness. My idea of making these logs is to create a self-help tool for all of you so that all of you can increase your level of awareness. Many of you are asking me on how to get a reading done by me. I'd say you can find the link to my website provided in the description box below. Go to the readings page and send an inquiry. That'll be all for today's log. If you've liked watching the log and have found it to be useful, please hit a like. To spread the awareness, share the log. To keep in touch, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and then find the link to my FB page in the description box below and hit a like. That'll be all for today. Have a very good time.